when she was also attacked by a male carrying a knife. She called out for help and swung her dog lead at him, prompting him to run off in the direction of the Crawley Road. He's described as a white male in his 20s, around 5'10" tall, with a slim build, and was wearing all dark clothing. He had his hoodie pulled tight around his face. Detectives are investigating the possibility that the attack in Drumahoe on Friday night is linked to the attack at the top of the hill area on Saturday. Police responded very quickly to both these reports and conducted searches, and unfortunately at the time a suspect was not identified. We understand the concern that these attacks will have in the local community, and I want to reassure people across the district today that we have an increased visible police presence in key areas, including our local parks, which will continue throughout the city over the coming days. I can assure residents that there is no link to the attacks in the city centre last week. In both of those cases, a suspect has been identified, with one appearing before the courts last week. Both those cases are live and ongoing. We are engaging with our communities and partners in the city about what we can do as a collective to ensure women and girls feel safe and empowered to go about their lives without fear. I would ask that if you notice someone acting suspiciously, or if a person's behaviour causes you concern, do not approach and instead call the police immediately. And we are appealing for anyone who was in those areas over Friday and Saturday to please get in touch with us. Witnesses or anyone with information that could potentially assist our investigations can call 101 or submit online via the PSNI website. The Crime Stoppers charity can also be contacted anonymously. Chief Superintendent Lindsay Fisher and I are happy to accept some questions.
We were speaking to some young women outside the college before we came in here, and one of them was on her way into the station to ask for rape alarms and was told that because the desk is closed there was no facility to do that. Are there any plans to hand out alarms and to give safety advice, considering how many young women there are in the college next door?
Yeah, we understand the concern that's in the community at the minute, and we have been working with the university in the run up to Freshers Week and engaging with all students across the university. We're engaging with local community groups and key partners across the area, and we'll be helping people in any way we can. But what I want to say is, if anybody sees anyone acting suspiciously, if anybody has concerns about people's behaviours, inappropriate behaviours, they need to report it to the police. This is about the pursuit of perpetrators.
There are also said there's concerns about people posing as taxi drivers at the weekend, and some of them have had incidents with people who are not actually taxi drivers who've been picking them up. Is that something the police are aware of or concerned about?
And we've been asking them directly, do they feel safe? Is the city safe? And they've come back with a really blunt no, they don't feel safe and they don't think the city is safe. What do the police have to say directly to those comments?
Yeah, I understand people's concern at the minute. We work closely with our partners across Derry City and Strabane District, and people such as Mary Brown at Foy Women's Aid, or local PCSP, CCI.
Yeah. How high a possibility is that?
As I say, we have high visibility patrols in and around key focused areas, and that will continue over the coming days. The investigation is progressing at pace. We are following a number of lines of inquiry and will continue to do so.
Mary Brown.
We have a seat at the table for the executive offices ending violence against women and girls, because it is societal and everybody does need to play their part, because by the time a crime has occurred, it's too late. Somebody has already been traumatised. Another young woman or girl has already had an incident of violence, harassment, assault against her. So it is societal, and we do all need to play our part. And it's back to Gillian's message that if there are concerns about people's behaviours, that is reported, because what we don't want is young women and girls across the country.
And they are being supported by specially trained detectives from public protection.